Right, 10 April 2025, and today I'm going to be giving you a quick update on all the trending news that are taking place in Zimbabwe. So every day I try to give you as much as possible so that when you go into your day, you understand what is important and what is going to happen. So today I want to start by looking at what is happening with Kembo Mohadi and General Chiwenga. So yesterday we also Kembo Mohadi walking, and you can clearly see that Kembo Mohadi is not feeling well. And what is happening is that now we have two people in the Presidium that are not feeling well. So the two people in the Presidium, that is Mnangagwa and Kembo Mohadi, feeling very unwell. You can clearly see Mnangagwa in these pictures like I showed you last night. And what has happened is that today we are receiving reports that Kembo Mohadi has handed in his resignation to Mnangagwa. So Kembo Mohadi has handed in his resignation to Mnangagwa, and he has said that he's not feeling well, he's not able to continue, and he's asking to be relieved of his duties. So that announcement is expected within the next few days. And according to a report by ZimLife, it is expected that Valerio Sibanda, who is currently the commander of the Zimbabwe Defence Forces, is going to take over from Kembo Mohadi. So I've said this last week that Valerio Sibanda is about to step into the position of vice president. But to do that, he first of all has to step down from the military. So we're going to see two big moves taking place in a short space of time. That is a vacancy at the very top of the Zimbabwe National Army, and then the ascendance of Valerio Sibanda into the position of vice president. So I've talked to some people who believe that coming from commander of the defense forces to vice president is actually a demotion. So I don't know how Valerio Sibanda views this, but he's certainly going to be moved very, very soon. You're going to see it happening within a short space of time. And this is also meant to weaken the power of General Chiwenga, who is seen as being too powerful. So you also yesterday, General Chiwenga speaking in Victoria Falls, and he is doing very well. Diplomats traveled to meet General Chiwenga. There is a clear understanding that he is the next man to become the president of Zimbabwe. And diplomats are often working on information that we don't have. So the number of diplomats were present in Victoria Falls yesterday clearly shows that Chiwenga is now considered to be the man that is going to take over very soon in Zimbabwe, especially given what is happening to Mnangagwa. So the picture that I'm showing you right now, it shows you clearly what is happening to Mnangagwa. Mnangagwa is deteriorating rapidly in front of our eyes. So the appointment of Valerio Sibanda is meant to plug this gap that has arisen in the Presidium with Valerio Sibanda, who is the young brother of Mnangagwa. So these two, their fathers share a father. So Mnangagwa's father and Valerio Sibanda's father, they share a father. And Mnangagwa has been seen visiting the father of Valerio Sibanda by some people that I've talked to. And Valerio Sibanda is a big defender of Mnangagwa. So if Valerio Sibanda was to go into the Presidium, there is a big likelihood that he's actually going to be the next president. So that is what Mnangagwa is hoping. That if Valerio Sibanda gets into the vice presidency, eventually he takes over as the president and therefore continues the Shumba dynasty. So Sibanda and the Shumba, they are the same clan. So these guys, their plan is to make sure that they continue the clan of the Mnangagwas as the presidents. You can see clearly Mnangagwa not doing well at all, but Mohadi is worse. So Mohadi is worse. We are led by three people. Two of them were totally out of it. They are not able to do anything. Mohadi is spending most of his time in hospital or on oxygen. He has never removed this mask. You can see that he's been wearing this mask for over a year now. He's wearing a mask. He has been hospitalized in Zimbabwe and in South Africa, and the situation is not getting better. He is seriously ill. And as it stands right now, tomorrow, we're going to be seeing Mnangagwa for the first time making a speech in front of the people. So tomorrow in the morning, Mnangagwa is going to be addressing at Mbare, where there will be an opening of the new market, which was closed after a fire. So we're going to see Mnangagwa. And when I sit here tomorrow, you're going to see what I'm going to say. You're going to see Mnangagwa forgetting people's names, forgetting his lines, and reading from a paper. So he's going to read from a paper throughout. And when he forgets, he's going to crack some jokes. And something very bad is going to happen very, very soon on a stage. So Mnangagwa is going to have an episode on a stage if they continue like this, because he is very, very ill. And you've seen that the ED 2030 has stopped. So no one is talking about ED 2030 anymore because of the situation with Mnangagwa's health. So Mnangagwa's health, the biggest issue at the moment, and we're going to have three major changes right now. That is the removal of Mohadi, who is already resigned. He has ended his resignation. We're also going to see Mnangagwa being replaced. We're also going to see Valerio Sibanda being replaced, and Chiwenga most likely ascending to the presidency without even having to do anything else. So I believe that a behind the scenes deal is being worked out, but Valerio Sibanda is going to complicate everything. Mnangagwa has also stopped everything that he was doing. So for example, you remember Anzilam Sanyatwe was fired, and we expected Chido Sanyatwe to be removed as the Deputy Minister of Home Affairs. However, Chido Sanyatwe was not removed. In fact, she is staying in a position, and there is a basic understanding that Mnangagwa is no longer making decisions, but these decisions are being made by Auxilia Mnangagwa and her sons. So once Valerio Sibanda gets into the office of Vice President, this is going to be almost the man that is challenging Chiwenga, and another drama is going to begin. So we're going to see a new drama beginning in the Presidium. So I think I've covered everything. Today and tomorrow, very important days. Tomorrow we'll see Chiwenga, most likely with Mnangagwa at Mbare. Let's see what happens. Let's see the announcements that are going to be made. Remember, Stembizonyon is still yet to be replaced. So all these changes are coming, and there's going to be drama within the next few days that we're watching. We're also awaiting Mnangagwa to make an announcement. So remember, we're waiting for the impeachment, but Mnangagwa is going to come out very soon. I'm going to talk to Comrade Nyoka Mapunu to understand when that is coming, when that statement by Mnangagwa is going to come, and all the other war veterans. I expect that also very soon. Remember, as the time goes, Mnangagwa is going to deteriorate, and it's going to happen very, very fast. And yesterday, Zanu PF has issued a statement and urged people not to talk too much about Mnangagwa's health. Guys, where we are, we've never been here. Mnangagwa has suddenly deteriorated, and you're all seeing this because of Mnangagwa. Because Mnangagwa pointed it out, it's now clear they were trying to hide it, but now they're just begging us not to talk about it. So I'll find you that statement where Zanu PF have said, please do not make speculations about Mnangagwa's health. They've put it out on the social media, so I'm going to put it out so that you guys can understand what is happening. Mnangagwa very, very ill, and Kembo Mohadi already resigned. He's already handed in his resignation letter. So what Auxilia Mnangagwa had done is she has written a letter dismissing Chiwenga, and that letter, no one wants to hand it over to Chiwenga, and we'll see what happens with the appointment of Valerio Sibanda and also the removal of Mohadi. Very important events. And then tomorrow, we see Mnangagwa on display at Mbare. That is going to be interesting. How is he going to cope? How is he going to talk? And are we going to see some more bizarre behavior from Mnangagwa, especially when he talks in those funny ways that he uses, and when he cracks jokes every time he forgets what he needs to say. Right, so I think I've covered this. Let me move on to some quick news. And I want to start here with some news from the H Metro newspaper. So H Metro, my favorite newspaper. You all know that I love the H Metro newspaper. So a Zimbabwean woman that is on the screen, she's called Grace Makojo. She is featured in the H Metro newspaper. This is the only newspaper with this picture. Grace Makojo is a Zimbabwean woman who was working in South Africa at a company called Access Forex. She has stolen an amount of 7 million rands, made up of 322,000 US dollars and 650,000 rands. Grace Makojo would transfer money to Zimbabwe, and the people in Zimbabwe would collect it. Then she would drive to Zimbabwe and pick up the money, and then buy property in Zimbabwe and in South Africa. So what has happened is that after she was arrested last year, she fled to Zimbabwe, where she was arrested by detectives, and she's appeared in court on Monday, where she was then yesterday granted bail of $300. It then turned out that she has already been arrested in South Africa and was also in court in South Africa. She had not absconded court in South Africa. Therefore, the Zimbabwean court could not fail to give her bail. So she's currently on bail. She was asked to appear or to present herself at Ngundu police station once a month. So this case is strange because no money was recovered, and I've also not seen anything about the properties being recovered in South Africa. So Grace Makojo, a serious fraudster using a weakness in the systems of Access Forest to steal money in Zimbabwe, where she transferred a lot of money. All I can see here is weak internal controls. It's not a fault. She had to steal the money. Then let me quickly look at other stories here. Today, there's going to be a big rally in Glenview South. You're going to see Paul Tungwarara and Mnyaradzi Machacha. These guys are the ED 2030 group. They support ED 2030. They are going to be campaigning for Taomera. This is the candidate for Zanu PF in Glenview South. There's also going to be handing over of title deeds over here. And I don't think I have to say this more. We want this girl to lose in a legendary way. So make her lose, people of Glenview South, make her lose so bad that she won't come back. Make her lose so badly that she never comes back into politics. And Sana Bona Manam Diki, and no supporter, party Eva Roy, ED 2030 E. Zanu. These guys belong to ED 2030. They must lose very badly so that what they're trying to do. And then I want to go to South Africa very quickly. In South Africa, I'm going to start with some news. The rand crashed yesterday. So that is the biggest crash of the rand in history. The second lowest level that the rand has hit. And what you're looking at there is called a heads and shoulders pattern. So when that happens, this thing is going to go and go and go until it can go no more. The South African economy is not doing well because of the fight with the Americans. You cannot fight with the Americans. You will lose very badly. And to make matters worse, the tariffs that have been announced are affecting the cars that are made in South Africa. So it's going to be a big one. And also AGOA, there's a possibility that AGOA is not going to be renewed. So there is more and more coming. We're expecting South Africa to go into even more issues. And speaking of funding, one of the biggest NGOs in South Africa, so Match is Maternal, Adolescent and Child Health Institute. So it's MECH. This is an NGO based in KZN, Mpumalanga and the Eastern Cape. It employed over 1,000 people. And in January, when USAID suspended funding to South Africa, they fired 800 employees. And these employees have taken them to court to say you must pay our salaries because they stopped the salaries abruptly. So what has happened is that the labor court has ruled that some of the employees must be paid the money. However, MECH does not have the money, so they've gone into what is called business rescue. So they've gone into business rescue, and unfortunate for all these employees that have been fired, over 800 employees fired by MECH. And then onto a bit of good news. People Group of South Africa has announced one of its best results, 200% increase in revenue and profits over the past 6 months. So that is up to the year ending December 2024. People Group includes companies like Easy Equities, Easy Trader, Easy Crypto. These are some of the biggest companies in South Africa, and they work with Capitec. So they've reported a profit of over 33 million. They now have assets under management of 62 billion, and their revenue around 250 million. So doing very well. Easy People Group doing very well, and the man I'm displaying here is CEO Charles Savage. Right, let me see if there's anything else of interest that I have. I was here last night, so I want to keep this very short. Let's keep it under 20 minutes. Let's look at the Herald newspaper. I want to see what is in the Herald newspaper. So in the Herald newspaper, they're reporting that former commercial farmers, so that is white farmers who were repossessed of their land, are now starting to be paid. An amount of 3 million has been paid already by Mtuli. So you can go check out that story in the Herald newspaper. But I just want to see if there's anything else I haven't picked up. The Herald newspaper today is not published. They appear to be still in bed. They're sleeping. Let's see what is in the Chronicle newspaper. Chronicle Zimbabwe. Nothing here. The Chronicle newspaper hasn't published. So those two newspapers haven't published. And as soon as they do, I'll give you the stories. Right, let's see if there's anything else of interest. Let's look at the comments. Zimbabwe is working on major projects regarding fission solar farms, wind turbines, and energy storage. Kambako has lost his way. That's not true. Let me tell you what General Chiwenga has announced. So yesterday, Chiwenga announced, I almost said incoming president, and I held myself. So Chiwenga announced that Zimbabwe is going to be going into nuclear power. So that is very significant. And that is at the conference on energy efficiency, which is currently ongoing in Victoria Falls. So Mpoma 1-on-1, wind turbines and all that makes no sense. Solar is on a small scale. Nuclear is a game changer. So what Chiwenga announced yesterday is a game changer. Chiwenga announced that there would be smaller reactors, which are going to be commissioned in Zimbabwe. And that is very, very well. And then Sarah says, if you think Zimbabwe is doing well, you haven't traveled to other countries. Zimbabwe has gone backwards. Sarah has not just gone backwards. Zimbabwe has gone to the dogs. Zimbabwe is a basket case. And this is because Mnangagwa is no longer focusing on anything, on a strategy. There is currently no program. There is no vision. And Mnangagwa is only focusing on power retention. So that is what has happened. We have to get a new president. This man is sick. Mnangagwa is very sick. One day he's going to drop on the stage. Like while he's talking, he's just going to drop and meet his maker right in front of everyone because he's not feeling well and he's got no idea what to do. That is the problem with Mnangagwa. And we need a solution very, very quickly within a short space of time. Because what Mnangagwa is doing now is just to stay in office. and there is no one telling him, except Mnangagwa. There's no one who's telling him to step down. The corruption is increasing under Mnangagwa. Everyone knows that there's no president, Bagedi Apanamun, and they are continuing with the corruption. If it was not for Chiwenga, the government of Zimbabwe would have collapsed by now. They would have stolen everything. And I think Mnangagwa and Chiwenga, they're doing very well. I hope that Chiwenga gets into office as soon as possible. And then let's look at let's look at other things here. Upete Namanga ugabagwa la. Okay, Melusi. Azana mbona muno kubulawayo anosapota zvakaora. Abantu bakubulawayo. Some of the most wisest people come from Bulawayo. Wena Ungwanga, wena Umelus Wanga, Umelus Wamanga, Panzi Lawe, Melusi, Panzi Loko Goako. The Nakizwa guys. You missed Chiwenga speaking about the future today. I did talk to watch Chiwenga yesterday. He's amazing. I love Chiwenga. He's very clear. Clarity. Mdara Chiwenga Anonakidza. What I like about Mdara Chiwenga is what he said about the salaries. $1,500 for each civil servant. And the guys in the army, there is going to be a navy, there is going to be a military planned city, there is going to be a military engineering corps. Pakaipa guys, Zimbabwe is going to do the Chiwenga, and Mnangagwa is gone. Forget about Mnangagwa, he's not coming back. That man is gone. And he better go as quick. Right. I think I want to see what can I play Mini speak. Let's see. Nezuro Mini issued a statement or a presentation. So let's see what she said. I hope she's speaking in Chinese, because I understand she speaks Chinese. So let's see what she said. Am I sharing? Let's see over there. So if you go to Mini's Facebook, you're going to see what she spoke. So let's make this a bit bigger. And let's see.
So we are going to have the conversation with her first, and then we are going to lead her into the she diary.
Okay, guys, it's music.
Of giants. You cannot know everything. You cannot have everything. So be smart enough to recognize the people that can assist you. If you have a weakness, try to find a person who's good and make sure that you make them your team and they assist you.
Right. I just went to where she was speaking. You cannot know everything. If you don't know something, you must go to someone who knows it. That is mentorship. Guys, I've got too much information coming to me in my ears. Like, you see what I'm here now. I run 3 companies. If you didn't know. So after this, I've done this. I'm going to be doing other things in the morning, and then I also run the media. However, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be focusing purely on the media going forward, and other people will be running other things. So I'm taking advice. Meaning who says if you don't know something, go to someone that knows. And I'm working with some of the smartest people in cyber, in IT. We're launching a dating company right now. You guys in Zimbabwe, Dr. Murore, my baby, are fresh. Well, we're doing a media a dating company. We're also doing the medical for men's health, men's clinic. So a lot that is happening, and I hope that you guys will benefit from what we're doing. But we need to fix our country fix. Our country is not doing well under Mnangagwa. And M31 is important. M31 is a coalition. M31 siyangena phakathi Mnangagwa simkhahlele phandle labantu abakhe bahambe bangabuyi futhi bangabuyi bathakathi. I want to now show you my sponsor. Takat. I like the word Takat. So this is my sponsor here. Our sponsor is Mbare. United Kingdom people who are giving this away, 2 packets. If you buy one, you get 1 packet for free. Only until Easter. Only 30 packets left. So move very fast. If you're in the UK, usatongwe ne masaladi. Masaladi anotonga, especially these days, anotonga zvinosiririsa. Masaladi. Imagine kutongwa kurikuita Mnangagwa nemsaladi wake. Kwakaipa. Right, I think I've covered everything, guys, and I'll be back here. What I do is that midday, if something big happens, you're going to see me because I'm monitoring the media. I'm transitioning full time to media, and I'm also getting other people to work on other projects that I'm doing. I need to marry media chete. The thing about me is I'm preparing myself for a position where I have to be full time on public space. So what do I mean public space? I'm not going to be in government, but let's say I'm General Chiwenga at Zimbabwe enda ku America unotaura na Trump. Ndoenda, guys. Ndoenda unotaura na Trump. General Chiwenga at Zimbabwe enda ku UK. Ndoenda, because I don't want to be tied down by a lot of things. So I'm freeing up my calendar. I'm getting ready for a bit more flexibility in the things that I do. How much is in vain and how much do I get it? Please WhatsApp me on the number. Atitaure my numbers pano because pane vakuru vakatitarisa vasingamwe mumve vakatosimba kudhara. And then what else? Good morning Kambakwe. Woza lazo indava zisashisa. Caroline nyashisa mina. Nyashisa kakulu. And ndava zavi ziyashisa. Urindai kuti you lie. Rindai umwanga piwena. Umuntu oti sinamanga. So I think Bulawayo, why I love Bulawayo, and I want you guys to understand where we're going. When everything is done, Bulawayo is going to do very well. So I want the guys in Bulawayo to know this. My office is in Bulawayo. So I currently employ over 5 people in Bulawayo, and the rest of the guys are distributed in Vic Falls, Kariba, Harare. I love Bulawayo because it's such a virgin place. So there is a lot of opportunity in Bulawayo. The manufacturing you can do in Bulawayo, the logistics and the space that you have in Bulawayo is amazing. Let's develop Bulawayo. There is so much land. Umuphuma nje eKensington lapha. Akusela lutho. Umuphuma eMguza akusela lutho. We need to fix that country. But Bulawayo is going to do well. Gweru is going to be the hub. I believe in what Chamisa said. So I know Chamisa watches me. I totally believe in Chamisa's vision on bullet trains. I have got no doubt that we can do it. Look at what Tanzania has done. Tanzania has taken away the government buildings. They put them 50 kilometers away. Between 50 kilometers and 100 kilometers. And they put a train over there. It's amazing. And let's do something, guys. Let's not be so dependent on other countries. Everyone outside the country must come back home. So let's believe in ourselves. Let's make it happen. And this thing of leaving the country must stop. So let's stop leaving the country. In Mkoma wangu, I'm always telling him, here, obviously, Kuti, there's no day when we can have all our people running from Mnangagwa. We need to confront Mnangagwa. So that's very important, to confront Mnangagwa. At the same time, we also need to confront corruption. And Chamisa is doing it. Yesterday he tweeted on corruption, but that's not enough. Chamisa, what we need is to confront the MPs and senators that have taken the land. We need to totally confront those guys. If you're an MP and a senator and they have taken the land, reverse that decision. We don't want it. And I'm happy that Joanna Mamombe is tweeted against it. I'm watching very closely. Mnangagwa is going to go. If you are taking the land to push Mnangagwa to 2030, just be aware. Could M31 is looking at you, and M31 inorova. Bvunzai mukoma wangu nyoka yemabhuna akazvitaura kudhara kuti vanhu vanoita zvedzungu vanobatwa. Kana uri MP wakatora land yagarwe, regedzai vakomana. Regedzai. So handisi kutamba. We need to fix our country. Mnangagwa can't do it. And Mnangagwa and his family, they are not Zimbabwe. We don't want Zvigananda. So mukuru wezvigananda ngaende pasi naye, pasi nezvinhu zvake zvedzungu zve2030. Right, I would like to thank all of you for watching. I've really enjoyed this, and I'll see you again very, very soon. If something happens within the next few hours, I'll be here. So let's recap. We said Kembo Mohadi has handed in his resignation. So Kembo Mohadi has handed in his resignation to Mnangagwa. He said that his ill health is getting very bad and he cannot continue. So Mnangagwa has accepted the resignation of Kembo Mohadi. We are just awaiting the next move, which is the appointment of Valerio Sibanda as the next vice president of Zimbabwe and stepping down in the army. We're also expecting a move on the letter that was written about the dismissal of Chiwenga. What is Mnangagwa going to do? Is he going to hand in that letter to Chiwenga? Is he going to fire Chiwenga? Is he brave enough? And you can see Mnangagwa achirwara is getting sicker and sicker as the day passes. In a few months, Mnangagwa's features have totally changed. And what I was doing last night is I did some research. Why is Mnangagwa quickly deteriorating to this nature? And what I found out is that some medications cause this kind of condition. Normally, medications are to do with the heart. So, Mdara uyu aripatite, not only with the vascular dementia, but also some sort of heart condition. Those need to musoro wemunhu uputike zvakadai. So I'm just giving you guys some background. So Kembo Mohadi very, very soon is going to step down, and Mnangagwa himself is on the way. 5 May arikure. It's far. Impeachment, I don't know impeach kwa namwari munhu. Takatarisa. You're going to be impeached by God. Can you believe it? It's shocking. Right. Mruti Chamisa and poor leadership. No one is talking about it. Why? I love Chamisa. Chamisa is amazing. Chamisa, ompe wangu. He has done so much ever since. Chamisa is the only person that can make people react without doing anything. Pagaipa, guys. Chamisa kadarika pana. Lezi arukufamba. You know, take a lunch. Pano pisa. Pano pisa. After Chamisa, Toti Chiwenga, Chamisa, Teresa Kambab, 3. Twitcher, Mkoma believe, long time since I talked to you. I'll see you very, very soon. What did President Hakainde Hichilema say today? I'm sorry, guys. I can't go here without looking at President Hakainde Hichilema. President Hakainde Hichilema is my favorite president. I love him. I'm going to meet him very, very soon. So President Hakainde Hichilema has shown the buildings I showed you yesterday. He's building massive buildings in Zambia. So let me show you the buildings. President Hakainde Hichilema, man. All right, so let me show you. President Hakainde Hichilema, most of the people who are going to live in these buildings are Zimbabweans. But Zimbabweans are muyari kuzara nyika dzese. Kuti kuZambia muriko, kuMoza muriko. Look at the buildings. These are school accommodations at various universities. So that is amazing. President Hakainde Hichilema delivering on his promises of the election. We don't want PF. PF will never do anything. President Hakainde Hichilema is the best president. He needs to get a second term. That's amazing. Look at the jobs that he's creating over here. President Hakainde Hichilema. And I like your smile too. It's amazing. Keep it up, my president. And then let's see. President Tupapoko isn't tweeted today, but he made a speech. He went to Kosi, Malope the 2nd or the 8th. So after that, I haven't seen him speaking. Let me see if there's anyone else I haven't covered. Some of my favorite people. Sekuruvena, I'm coming to Moza. I'm coming to meet you. And Chapo is not the president. Chapo is fake. Chapo is fake. He's going to be in Zimbabwe very soon. Okay, and then Mukoma Rizwafa said there's a hatred between Jennifer Mswere and Chris Mchangwa. So I don't know. That is because Jennifer Mswere took over the job that was being run by Monica Mchangwa. Monica Mchangwa, I don't even want to talk about her. Pano, those who tell us about this that disrespect. Mahindra Cruz saying, Hakainde is doing nothing. Come on, man. Please. I've been to Zambia so many times. Zambia is doing so well. And the Zambian currency works. Unlike the Zimbabwean currency. Mnangagwa, all he does is to steal our money and put it in his pocket. Have you ever heard President Hakainde Hichilema in a scandal? In your whole life, have you ever heard President Hakainde Hichilema in a scandal? That's crazy. So, you see, it's clear that Zambia is well managed. It's a great country. And we love it. And Zimbabwe is currently being run like a banana republic, where someone steals $500 million. That is 10 billion rands. That is almost 15 billion kwacha. One man. He steals that money and is not arrested. Then he steals 1 billion rands or 1.2 billion kwacha. And he takes it and put it in the bank accounts, 10 bank accounts of the Mnangagwa family. That's crazy. Wikinoch Vayo. Wedumbu. Mutakati. Mutakati. Omkulu. Wikinoch Vayo. Uyayangisa. Uyayangisa Wikino. Lendevu ezia panang. Indevu ezia panang atwa ini ncheve. Ncheve mpana lo. Mbya chonja. Sela. So we've got a serious problem in Zimbabwe, but it's about coming to an end. Mnangagwa deteriorating in front of our eyes and failing to remember the most basic things. When he sees people can't remember their names and the effects of medication showing clearly on his face. This week, very important. And tomorrow at 10 a.m., we are all going to witness Mnangagwa on the stage. Every time he climbs the stage, Mnangagwa is going to embarrass himself. And it's no Farida. We like it. But thank you very much, everyone, for watching. As I said, I'll see you again very, very soon. And a good day to you all.